to remain the same. I know you are the owner of the life. So that's it.
No need to talk too much, my brother.
Yes.
No need to talk. I will tear check for you. I will tear check for you.
Share it. I will check it.
This is Itamaru.
Uh-huh.
Prime Rose. Prominence.
Exactly.
Itamaru was
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm doing transfer.
Now you've left it. So what are you waiting for, ladies and gentlemen? It doesn't happen. You don't make up. Rose Estate, Itamaru, Ibejuleki. You can also be part of this great investment. Let's see, GTEX Home giving you this, a Prime Rose Estate. Don't miss this opportunity. If you move, I promise you, I will move. So guys, come let me go and show you this place. You will love it. So gentlemen, this is the Prime Rose Estate at Itamaru in Ibejuleki. GTEX Home, you are at the right place for such investment. Your life will refuse to remain the same. I know you are the owner of the life. So that's it.
No need to talk too much, my brother.
Yes.
No need to talk. I will tear check for you. I will tear check for you.
Share it. I will check it.
This is Itamaru. Prime Rose. Prominence.
Exactly.
Itamaru was
Exactly.
Exactly. I'm doing transfer.
Now you've left it. So what are you waiting for, ladies and gentlemen? It doesn't happen. You don't make up. Rose Estate, Itamaru, Ibejuleki. You can also be part of this great investment. Let's see, GTEX Home giving you this, a Prime Rose Estate. Don't miss this opportunity. If you move, I promise you, I will move.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Prime Rose Estate. And we are here. You can see the coastal road, the popular Lagos to Calabar coastal road, cuts through our estate, right? This is a very good property, not too far from Dangote Refinery, the usual landmarks, Lekki Free Trade Zone, the seaports, and a lot of others. We have other industries here. We have banks already here. We have Tolaram Group, and so many of them. Yeah. But this is phase one, right? We have phase two just close by. Ms. Jessica, what do you want to say about it?
Yeah. So this is the phase one of Prime Rose Estate. Majority of persons bought into this estate, and today they are glad that they took that decision. Now, and it was sold on land banking, and you know what land banking is, meaning you buy it at a more reduced price to sell it far higher. And I can tell you, many of them are not willing to sell now because they know it will keep appreciating. Yeah. Land appreciates all the time, particularly when it's the good location, strategic location, just as this one. Now, we have housing deficit in this location.
Yes.
That is why investors are happy that they bought into this estate.
Yes.
We are currently selling the phase two. If it's lose, you lose. So now is the best time for you to buy into Prime Rose Estate Group. Right? Don't waste the time. Buy it now. So what do you have to say again to our smart investors?
So my investors, my final word, you don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait.
Exactly.
So contact the details showing on your screen so you can secure your slot at the phase two. It's selling out fast. Yeah. Secure your slots.
Now, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to have everyone here. My name is Jessica Elebiyo, Head of Estate Management of Prime Rose Estates. And I'm here today with my teams and our amazing investors who are not just investors, but they are visionary investors. Yeah, so it's so good to have you all here today. So today is another day to be grateful, another day to be appreciative. Your land has appreciated. Yeah, let's go straight to the slide. The slide, please. Prime Rose Estate Ibejuleki. Yeah. Client updates and meetings. So we decided to do this to for more transparency, to show that we are here for you and to give you updates, the progress, the achievements so far, right?
Hello, Miss Jessica. We can't hear you. Are you speaking?
Okay.
We
Yes,
stopped
I'm
hearing
speaking.
you. Okay. We stopped hearing you at some point. Welcome back. But we can't see your video. We can't see you.
Exactly. So make me part of the panelists. I don't know.
You are a panelist. You are a panelist. You're a panelist. If you can turn on your video, we appreciate that. By the way, thank you all for joining. Like Miss Jessica said, this is Primrose Estate Group client meeting updates. We'll be doing this regularly. I can see Blessing Orch. I can see Daniel Koch. I can see Mr. Michael, Miss Kennedy. Thank you for joining this meeting. She will still address a lot of things. Don't let me go ahead, but this is one of our estates under the GTEX Holdings umbrella, right? And we have Ms. Jessica as the estate head. We'll be doing this regularly with the clients. The major reason for this meeting or this kind of meeting, as we can see on the slide, is to share the progress, achievements, and future opportunities. So this division, like this that we've done in GTEC so far is to aid better communication, better administration. Some people said, oh, I've not been to Milan for a long time. Who takes me there? You now have a team that is dedicated to doing that. You'll be getting detailed progress reports regularly on the property you invested in. You also have the opportunity to liquidate. These are things we'll be sharing. You have the opportunity to liquidate. And if you even want to expand your portfolio with us, you can do that. So we'll be sending memos regularly to you. And as soon as we want to have this again, we'll let you know. We have big updates on this particular project. And this meeting is very key to us, especially those of us who are clients. We're still going to play more videos during the course of this session. We all know how it was when we started. In short, when we started calling, we saw a couple of clients who bought when the property was selling for, I think, 1.5 million. Yes, that's all reflected. The price a plot is going for now in that axis, the growth is massive. You can't get that anywhere else within Lagos. Very massive, and there are reasons for it. It's not we didn't just multiply or add numbers. It's not just increase number anyhow. No, there are reasons why those properties are appreciated, and thanks to your foresight, also thanks to our chairman, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, and the GTEX board, who saw this coming and quickly positioned Primrose Estate in that location. There are opportunities also, which we are going to address here, right? Ms. Jessica, are you ready for us?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, we can hear you now and we can see you now. So thank you. Just that was a little introduction from my end, but you have the floor.
All right. So, like Mr. Joshua has said, thank you so much for believing in us and investing in our project. So today we are to show you progress achieved, achievements, and future opportunities of a Prime Rose Estate Ibejuleki. Yeah. So, the slide, please. So, these are some of our team members. But before I go into it, I want to say why Prime Rose Estates Group. Well, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay,
Um,
why Prime Rose Estates Group, right? So, we have our estates all over the country, Nigeria, and also we are a global firm, right? So we've decided to have other 10 new estates, not new per se, but we decided to split it so that we'll have more time to have sessions with you, time to uh, time to have conversation with you and be more there for you if when you need us, right? So we decided to restructure our real estate operations into 10, just as I mentioned, and they are specialized companies, just as we have Jasper, we have Prime Rose, we have Berry, and like that. So we have Prime Rose Group, and it's created to serve you better, right? So that we'll be able to respond to your mail promptly. You need our service, we are there for you, right? And we focus on how we can serve you better and also faster resolution in case you have questions or you are not okay with what you had. We can resolve this and discuss about it, right? And we are there to support you, right? So we have so that most persons will say a lot of GTEC staffs are reaching out to them and all that. That a lot of person, this person just reached out to me, this person again, this person. So now we are more structured and we have more of dedicated estate management, right? That will be discussing and meeting with you from time to time, right? So these are some of our estate managers. These are that we have Inspector, the former Inspector General, who is Michael Okiro, is the chairman of GTES Land and Advisory Board. Yeah, so and myself, Jessica, the head of Prime Rose Estate. We also have Mr. Joshua Olulano, the assistant, and also Mr. Kenny. So, and some of our other team members. Of course, we can't put all their pictures here today. So, but we are here to serve you better, right? So, our vision. But before we go into that, can we play one of the videos now so that you see what we have in place? I'm sure you have seen the video of how we started about 5 years ago, Prime Rose Estate, what it used to be. You can play the video again. Because I'm sure 5 years ago, when many persons went there themselves, they must have seen, like, some of them will conclude that this is a forest. There was a time I went on site with someone. I was like, oh my God, see forest. I said, no, you're not seeing forest. I am seeing investment. I am seeing opportunity. But he was seeing forest, right? So visionary investors, they don't see forest. They tend to see the vision. Years to come, like they have vision for the future, right? Because we don't just buy land, we buy where we know we'll appreciate much better in future, and that will make the place appreciate so much, and you will get higher return on your investment, just as Ibejuleki has done today. So our vision is not just transforming land, but it's to transform it to a higher value, right? To become a leading real estate development brand in Nigeria, right? Which we are already. So we don't just buy land, like I said, we buy in a strategic place, and this estate, that is the Prime Rose Phase 1, is strategically positioned for clients for exceptional long-term returns, right? It's not just buying immediately and, okay, the video is playing. So this was Prime Rose Estate about 5 years ago. But even these individuals that came, they saw the vision. They saw that this place is going to appreciate far better. I can remember when I just joined GTEx, a friend of mine wanted to, he was talking about his land he bought about more than 8 years ago. So the place did not appreciate. It's appreciated, but not very much. And land appreciates all the time, but it depends. If the place is, if it's not in a strategic place, it won't appreciate that. It won't appreciate that much. So when he saw the price we were selling, and about 2 years' time, he saw the price, he was so impressed.
Don't miss this opportunity. If you move, I promise you, I will move.
Yeah, so this was a land years ago, and today it has appreciated more better. So the story behind Prime Rose Estate, right? So most time what we see is just like, oh, I've bought this land how many years ago, what has happened and all that. So this land was actually launched in 2019, right? And most persons bought at 1.5 million. Some bought for 4.5 million naira, and today it has appreciated very much. But before then, we had challenges which we didn't bring to your notice because we don't want to, most times you don't see behind the scene. You don't even see what we go through to make sure the land is there. Sometimes we lose land, but we don't come and tell you, oh, we've lost this land, right? So we went through a lot for this particular estate. There were community challenges, which was later resolved transparently, and we are able to also manage this without exposing it to you, right? So investors, we are encouraged to stay patient. That's the ones reaching out to us, and we are able to also communicate to clients that, okay, just be patient with us, everything will be fine. So today, that same land has appreciated, and the good thing I've not even mentioned that is the coastal road. The coastal road passed through this environment, right? It didn't enter the estate, but it's very close to the estate. I was there, 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh my God, this is massive. Yeah. So it's not like how it used to be. So play the video. Let's see the video of the current Prime Rose Estate, Ibejuleki. So, and when the coastal road, government's main project like the coastal road passes through an estate or close to an estate, it gives it more value and more appreciation. It can't be like the same, right? So the coastal road is just few minutes away from the estate. I am super excited about that. And I've reached out to me and my team and I have reached out to a lot of clients, and some reach out to us too, and they are so excited about the change, about how it pays to be patient, because if you're not patient from that time to now, you must have lost your line. So you can go ahead, please. Play the...
Welcome to Prime Rose Estate. And we are here, you can see the coastal road, the popular Lagos to Calabar coastal road, cuts through our estate, right? This is a very good property, not too far from Dangote Refinery, the usual landmarks, Lekki Free Trade Zone, the seaports, and a lot of others. We have other industries here. We have banks already here. We have Tolaram Group, and so many of them. Yeah. But this is phase 1, right? We have phase 2 just close by. Ms. Jessica, what do you want to say about it?
Yeah. So this is the phase 1 of Prime Rose Estate. Majority of persons bought into this estate, and today they are glad that they took that decision. Now, and it was sold on land banking. And you know what land banking is, meaning you buy it at a more reduced price to sell it far higher. And I can tell you, many of them are not willing to sell now because they know we keep appreciating. Yes. Land appreciates all the time, particularly when it's the good location, strategic location, just as this one. Now, we have housing deficit in this location.
Yes.
That is why investors are happy that they bought into this estate.
Yeah.
We are currently selling the phase 2. If it's lose, you lose. So now is the best time for you to buy into Prime Rose Estate Group. Right? Don't waste the time. Buy it now. So what do you have to say again to our smart investors?
So my investors, my final word, you don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait.
Exactly.
So contact the details showing on your screen so you can secure your slot at the phase 2. It's selling out fast. Yeah. Secure your slots.
Now, thank you. Thank you. So that's the coastal road. The other part is part of the land, right? So you can see the coastal road from beginning of there's the coastal road. Maybe if you don't know much about the coastal road starts from Lagos here and is going to lead down to Calabar. Imagine having a 8-lane road, massive road, very close to your estate. Now give it 10 years time to come. Wow. I can't even imagine how much it will be selling. So you bought at the right location, right? And there's housing deficit in Ibejuleki, just as I mentioned in that video. There's housing deficit in Ibejuleki. You know the Dangote refinery is around that location. We have the Lekki Free Trade Zone. These persons are looking for somewhere to stay. By the time you start building, you can put it out for Airbnb, or you can decide to live there if you want to. So key milestone and achievements so far. Challenges overcome. Community disputes, right? Like I said, we had community disputes from time to time, not once, not twice. They keep coming. It's kind of normal in business most time. Like if you buy land, most time you see this money less and the rest, they will come out. One family will come out. It's happened to my parents. It's not just Prime Rose Estate. One family came out and like, oh, this land belongs to us. Another one come from another corner. We have to keep paying and keep paying again. No, we didn't do that to you in GTEx. Prime Rose Estate, we didn't do that to you, right? So another family has come out, and this is what happened. All those disputes were resolved by us, right? So there were community disputes which was resolved ethically. We had investor trust maintained through transparency because we had to keep communicating to our investors, right? But thank God so far, the current settles and wins for us is that the land has appreciated massively, not just appreciated. And current plot is now valued for about 20 million naira per plot, right? About 20 million naira per plot. Now, something you bought about 1.5 million. Some bought 4.5 million because I can see it in the database, right? So it has appreciated in about 1,100% appreciation from the launch date. So early investors are the ones actually enjoying this, because if you invest earlier, it means most likely you bought at a discounted price, right? So early investors have achieved up to like 2,900% ROI. So, and there has been no land loss from Prime Rose Estate to government infrastructure, right? So the coastal road did not affect the land. The land is not far from the coastal road. It's very close. Just few minutes, about 5-10 minutes. Is it up to 5-10 minutes? Just very close. So the land, that's where it is. So there has been no land loss to government infrastructure. So mega development driving value. So we have about over 30 billion surrounding investments within that axis. I mentioned the Lekki Free Trade Zone, the Dangote refiners, these industries and other commercial projects around that area makes the land appreciate better. These are what makes the land appreciate much better. So we strategically position that estate there. Now, the Dangote refinery alone, operational, cost about $20 billion in Naira, right? Even the Lekki deep sea ports, operation since 2023 has been there. Lekki Free Trade Zone has been there, and they are expanding. And the more they expand, the more they need expertise, the more they need their staffs, and these persons will need somewhere to stay. So by the time you build and put it on Airbnb, that will be massive. So for you, I would think about the end goal, not like I bought this land how many years ago, what has happened? What has happened, it has actually appreciated, and it will keep appreciating, right? Current phase and short-term plans. What are our current phase and the current phase and short-term plan. Prime Rose Estate Phase 1 remains, it was bought during the, it was bought for land banking. That's the pre-development stage, right? So the estate remains in land banking stage now, but it has transitioned rapidly into development. It has transitioned rapidly. It's no longer in that land banking stage per se. It means it has developed from that time up to now, and which is surrounded with mega projects, just as I mentioned, which will accelerate its growth. Upcoming infrastructure in the environment. What do we want to do there? What we are going to do next now is to do the perimeter fencing and the gatehouse, not just gatehouse, massive gatehouse there that will make this estate enticing, right? So that more persons will want to buy into Prime Rose Estate. And we are going to have more other projects in the country, right? Internal roads and drainage. We are looking at doing that. Electricity, street lighting. We are going to have a solar system there too. Landscaping and recreational space, and also enhance security. Once a place is secured, more investors will prefer to invest in a secured environment. So investors value growth system, transparent, structured, trackable. So quarterly estate valuation, regular market-based assessment. So we are going to be evaluating. We are going to evaluate the market, like what has been happening and how you can get more properties for yourself. We are going to have annual investor conferences, right, where you can be able to network with other high net worth individuals like you, right? This is going to be like a physical session. You could travel. It doesn't matter. Many of our clients are in diaspora, but when we have conferences like this, they show up. They do come to our conference, they network, they meet other high net worth individuals, right? And we are going to have future
Hello, guys.
review.
Welcome to Prime Rose Estate. And we are here. You can see the coastal road, the popular Lagos to Calabar coastal road, cut through our estate, right? This is a very good property, not too far from Dangote Refinery, the usual landmarks, Lekki Free Trade Zone, the seaports, and a lot of others. We have other industries here. We have banks already here. We have Tolaram Group and so many of them. Yeah. But this is phase 1, right? We have phase 2 just close by. Ms. Jessica, what do you want to say about that?
Yeah. So this is the phase 1 of Prime Rose Estate. Majority of persons bought into this estate, and today they are glad that they took that decision. Now, and it was sold on land banking. And you know what land banking is, meaning you buy it at a more reduced price to sell it far higher. And I can tell you, many of them are not willing to sell now because they know we keep appreciating. Yeah. Land appreciates all the time, particularly when it's the good location, strategic location, just as this one. Now, we have housing deficit in this location. Yes. That is why investors are happy that they bought into this estate. Yes. We are currently selling the phase 2. If it's lose, you lose. So now is the best time for you to buy into Prime Rose Estate Group. Right? Don't waste your time. Buy it now. So what do you have to say again to our smart investors?
So my investors, my final word, you don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait. Exactly. So contact the details showing on your screen so you can secure your slot at the phase 2. Is selling out fast, secure your slots.
Now, thank you. Yeah, so I mentioned we are going to have, that's the estate played again, so you can see it yourself, right? Prime Rose Estate, you can see the coastal road there, added more value to the land that you bought. Yeah. So investor value system and growth that I mentioned that we are going to have quarterly estate valuation, annual investor conferences, right? Where we can sit down, review what we have done and see how we can move from there. You too can give your own advice. I think we can do it like this and which is very good. So it enhances communication and feedback, right? And we're also going to have, we are looking at, client benefits, wealth creation, and security, right? So you bought into the land, you are going to make more wealth through it. That's creating a legacy, right? Secured assets, and since your asset is secured, it will give you peace of mind. So this is an opportunity for you to also buy into the phase 2, because we are going to start selling the phase 2, and not just the phase 2, we are going to have our estates across the globe, within Nigeria and also across the globe. So thank you very much, everyone. If there's any question, you can drop your question in the question and answer session. And also, I want to invite our chairman, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, the visionary investor. He has something to say. Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity.
Okay, well done, Ms. Jessica, and your team. Good job. I want to thank
you,
everyone for coming. I'd like you to please indicate if you're an investor, and just indicate I'm an investor, because I want to know those who are Jessica staff, and then those of you who are investors. So if you're an investor, just type I'm an investor, I'm an investor. Let's just type it in the chat box. I want to say, first of all, thank you for doing business with us. This is one of our oldest estates. And many of you have kept faith with the estate all these years and believe in the vision. Some had gotten refund. They put pressure on us. They got refund. And again, it's their loss because, to be honest with you, I never knew when we bought it that Coastal Road was going to be in front of our estate. I didn't know that. And that's why, in reality, about investment, you're just taking risk. I've always taught this many times when I teach about investment. That investment is a risk, and you must be conscious of the fact it may work, it may not work. But sometimes you just get lucky, and that investment eventually pays off. And Prime Rose is one of those, because the first estate I had almost 20 people, gather to assault me was this particular estate, with charm. But when you look back and you're like, God is faithful, it eventually paid off. And you're just quite grateful. Jessica wasn't with us when we started this. It was actually 2018. It wasn't even 2019 that the estate was launched. So I'm super excited. I want to say congratulations to you all. Who else is an investor here? If you're an investor, please indicate that I'm an investor. Let me just see. Who else is an investor here? Okay. So congratulations to all investors who are putting their resources into this particular estate. Well done. Good job. Thank you for taking the risk and investing. 4 p.m. late checkout. So thank you for taking the risk to invest. And now we are glad to inform you that we need you to few things. One, perfect your document on the property. Pay for infrastructure development levy so we can start fencing and we can do the roads, and we can move forward. So when we say perfect your document, it means you need to process either the COO or allocation with the government, with the Lagos state government, so that the document is in your name, right? The titles can come out in your name with the government. And somebody say, unlike Dangote, that the Oni of Ife helped him remove charm from the land, God indeed is with you. Ibedireki was, it was a risk when I saw Dangote move there. I have a formula. I say, follow rich people. When rich people are making a decision, if you are not even sure where next is an opportunity, You just follow where the decision, you can't go wrong when a more wealthier person than you take an action. They are more experienced. They know where the money is. So I said to myself, if Dangote was sinking $20 billion in a location, that's a location to be in. Okay, yes, it's a risk, but it's worth taking. But Dangote himself has been through a lot, like he was sharing recently, it trended how he had to remove, they couldn't go near some of the shrines on the land and had to rely on Oni, who said, let the gods talk to him. I went to remove all the shrine. So a lot has happened, but we thank God for goodness and good news. Risk, this is one risk that eventually pay off. So once again, congratulations to every single investor. Thank you for investing. Thank you for taking the risk. We have now expanded. It used to be GTES homes, then GTES land. Now, all our estates, we expanded to 30 estates, so we're over 30. We now realize that we're far from you. A lot of us haven't been in touch, with anybody since you invested. So we decided to divide the companies into 10. So Prime Rose is now a company on its own, standing alone. And Mrs. Jessica and her team are the managers of that estate. They're the people you can call, talk to, get update, get feedback, ask questions about your investment. And if Jessica can drop her phone number, official email, and that of her team, right? At least the two assistants you have, if you can drop it so that everybody has it. The final thing I want to talk about is good news. We now have come up with something unique. It's called the Board of Investors. So we're coming up with a board of investors. People who have already invested in each estate. 10 of you will form a board for that estate so that Jessica can be accountable to you people. What people didn't know, 2 years ago, I pulled out from running day to day of GText. And when I pulled out, we had to bring in people to run day to day. And unfortunately, some people didn't know or they are not in touch and things like that. And it's created a lot of gap. But with the new structure, you can join the board every month. You can be asking Jessica and her team, what have you guys done this month? Where are we on this month? What are the challenges? And you can give counsel, you can give advice. Some of you can even help her reach out to other investors. You can help her also and her team, promote the estate and get it to move faster than it used to be. And the good thing is that even when the leadership changes, the strategy we're doing is that the new set of people will still be retaining the phone number and the email that used to exist. So that way you are still in touch, because sometimes people leave companies or they are transferred to another department. So we want you to volunteer. You can just drop your email and phone number if you want to join the board of investors. There are some benefits to that. You will be given all expense paid trip at least once a year. You will have sitting allowance. You will also be having what we call board discounts. So when we have projects, you are able to get discount that nobody else can get, and some other incentives you will discover over time. So, but more importantly, your eye can monitor what is going on with your investment. You can be in touch. You can see and ask questions about, okay, I invested, I need to get update, I need to know what people are doing. Like Daniel is asking, when is allocation? Allocations have been done since how many years ago? But one of the things I know Jessica wouldn't mind doing is to reallocate everybody again. Just for some of you who probably, for whatever reason, didn't show up. But if we are reallocating, show up. If you can't come, send a representative. Join on Zoom, but show up because we don't want a situation where we do allocation because you were not there, and then you come and say, "Oh, where's the allocation?" Right? So I'm sure Jessica won't mind probably proposing a date for a new allocation to come up. So how many of you would like to join the investors board? If you would like to join the investors board, please kindly drop your phone number and email. Okay, drop your phone number and email. Jessica, can you look at your calendar to see when in January you can do allocation? Again, just doing all over again and making sure you reach out to everybody to show up. Okay, but while we're waiting for Jessica to come up with that, please drop your phone number and your email if you want to join the board of investment. Don't just say put me. How do we put it? We need your phone number and your email so that the team can then reach out to you with a letter. And they also need your profile, because it's not just being on the board. Every year it's a yearly thing, but only those that may be renewed are those who really contributed. So there will be an audit to see how much contribution you really added to the business for the year that you are a board member. Okay. And we're believing God that your presence, you'll be able to also give advice, give wisdom, give counsel, and help this thing to even move to the next level. Okay. So once again, thank you for investing. I think only Daniel has shown interest in joining the board. So please drop your phone number and email. Who else wants to join the board? That's the last thing, and I'm done. Who else wants to join the board, please? You want to join the board? Your phone number and your email. Who else? Phone number and email. Phone number and email. Who else? Ife Lua also wants to join the board. Okay, please drop your phone number, your email, so that they can reach you. Who else wants to join the board? We have Blessing Ocho. So Blessing has already dropped her phone number and her email. Thank you, Blessing, for doing that. So we have like 3 people now who have indicated interest. I'll allow you, Jessica, to continue and wrap up your meeting, or if it's I don't know, why is it showing still Akintayo? Edit it to your name now. Okay, edit your Zoom to your name. So you guys like to impersonate me, yeah? Everybody at GTEx literally puts my picture on their DP. And it's sometimes confusing with customers because they don't even know who they are talking to. And they think that it's me they are talking to, meanwhile it's somebody else they're actually talking to. Somebody says, I noticed that the team keep changing, 6 people are communicating. Well, that has changed with the new structure. The new structure simply means you now have a company, right? So for example, Jessica and her team is now the new Prime Rose Group of Estate. It's a limited liability company, right? Fully registered with CAC. She has a team. And so you are having her number at the highest level. Now, she will still come up with her own customer care people and things like that. That's normal. But that's, it's going to be a bit different. We also need to emphasize that you don't live in Nigeria, right? Endurance. In Dubai, you can be working in the same company for 10 years. In UK, you can be working in the same company for 20 years. In US, the same thing, right? But that's not the same in Nigeria. Okay? For example, in the US now, my team that works with me in US they've been working with me till there's no change of job, So Nigeria is a different place, right? Even when you do everything to please your employees, somebody else will come and poach them, right? Also, some of them are also traveling. A lot of the good hands in Nigeria have left the country. They've japared. Nigeria got so bad that even pastors left. Literally, we know churches that senior pastor left, assistant pastor left. Okay, is that serious? So as people rise, and that's one of the things GTEx also does for people. Many people have never traveled out until they join GTEx. And suddenly their tastes begin to change. Suddenly they are not sure. Jessica has been with us for over 2 years now. In 2 years, Jessica has been to Dubai. Jessica has been to Doha. Jessica has been to Kenya, has been to Ghana. I mean, she's just traveled all manner. Okay, those are the opportunity people work in GTES get. And tomorrow now somebody comes and chat Jessica up and say, now what we've noticed that many of these people cannot treat them the way GTES treat them. But because they can lie, right? They will tell you that we had one of our top guys, a woman who is a competitor lied to him and said, oh, my business is only in Abuja. I want to expand to Lagos. You'll be the one in charge of the entire Lagos. I'm giving you a car. I'm giving you this. Unfortunately for him, the month he left, he didn't know. The following month was when we then gave official cars to the people at his level. Okay. But guess what? The company he moved to, they only pay him salary for 1 month. So second month, they said he didn't perform. He's no longer on that salary. He never got any car. Now his junior that he left in GTEX have all risen and are doing better. So we've had all manner in the course of doing business. Nigeria is one of the toughest places to do business. Because and I don't think it's just Nigeria, it's also our people. It's also our people. Even outside the country, sometimes if you have too much Nigerians as your employees, you're still gonna face the same thing I'm telling you about. Because people will call them, their family members will call them, what are you doing with that man? What are you still doing in that place? Are you sure? This, that. So we in 10 years of doing real estate development, the group of companies 17 years, but real estate development is 10 years that we've been a real estate development company. I can assure you that over 50% of those who started 10 years ago or before 10 years ago no longer exist now. Over 50% of the real estate company. And they went into thin air with investors' money. Like just disappeared. Okay? And that's why sometimes we keep advising people, stop this one-man business, because sometimes we are also the problem. You see people say, it's you, the founder I want to talk to. I have since left GTES 2 years ago. Okay? You will now have strong group CEO, we have strong management team. But because I happen to be the most famous, right? I'm still having to show up, still use my name to help promote the business, but I no longer run day to day of the business anymore. And that's the way it should be, because real estate is lifelong, right? For some of you, your children will still have to deal with prime rules, okay? Because this may be one of the assets you pass on to your children. So when something is transgenerational, you also want to build a system that can last even when you are no longer alive, or when you are no longer there, or when you've since moved on to do something else. Okay, the system is still there. The system can still run. It's not just built on you and everybody just says you. And that's really how we are positioning GTEX to be a transgenerational organization that, can last even when I'm no longer involved. Right now, I'm more interested in private equity. I've since exited. More of what you'll be seeing now, you'll be shocked. This coming year, we're shooting a movie, we're shooting a reality TV show, we are going into AI, we have heavy other businesses. You will not even see me much with GTEX. The only project I think you may see me much with is an housing project that we're doing in Ibejuleki, not far from Prime Rose. We're starting a 1,000 apartment project. So you may see me when they're doing events, doing stuff. That's really where I come in. But that, answers your questions. So I'll hand you over to Jessica. And once again, I want to thank you for keeping faith with the company going forward. That's why we're advising you join the investors board. I expect endurance, because endurance, I know you. I expect you to join the investment board. So drop your phone number and your email. I need someone like you on that board, right? So join the board. Let's have solid people on the board. and that way you are not anymore unaware of anything. In fact, you are the one that will be teaching other people or updating other investors. Oh, we know what's going on. We're involved here. We know this. We know that. You put in your money. You want to see it through. Okay. Once again, thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. God bless you all. Jessica, do you need me for anything else?
No, sir. It's fine, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, smart investors. If you still have any question, you can reach us. You can reach out to us through email. You can reach out to us through email. You can also send messages to us. We are available for you. We are open to responding to your questions. And many of us too are investors like you, like I'm an investor with GTEx, right? Many of our staffs. So I can't be telling you come and buy land and I'm not benefiting from it because I know land appreciates and I know GTEx lands are in strategic locations. So I also invested, which is a very good step that I took, right? So I'm glad to have all of you here and I'm glad to meet with you. I've been speaking to some of our clients on phone and others. So glad that we begin to communicate. So if there's any questions or anything, you can also ask your questions here while we round up, or better still, send us email or messages. Thank you very much for showing up. And we hope to do more businesses with you because we are not just going to be in Bejuleki, just as we've mentioned. We are going to have more estates across Nigeria and other parts of the globe. And we are hoping to do more business with you. Thank you very much, everyone. And all right, contact details. So here is my contact details. I'm Jessica Elebi, Estate Head Manager. So here is my contact details. Oh, I couldn't drop it there. Let me drop it on the chat, but can you please drop the other contact details too, so they can equally reach out to you? Can you hear me?
Yes, noted. I will drop it on the group now.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, drop my too. I don't know why I can't send it here. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not going through. So you can drop it at so that we can round up. The meeting is scheduled for 45 minutes, so we have other meetings now. Dingo, just drop it. Have you done that?
Yes.
All right. So if there's any question or if there's any if you want to reach out to us, always you can reach out to us through emails and the phone contact that he has dropped. We are available to have a session with you or to discuss with you. He said he can't see any contact details. I couldn't send it either. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, because I tried sending it. It's not going through from my end. Okay, maybe I should just
Thanks.
call it. Okay,
I've
yeah.
sent it so they can see it now.
All right.
We can see the contact details.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Listen. Drop the other one too. You can also reach out to us through email. The email will be sent to your emails and also through phones. There are some persons I couldn't reach out to through email, but if you know you don't have your emails maybe you didn't submit it while you're submitting your subscription form, please You can send it through messages if you had, through these contact messages, so that we can add it for better communication. All right, then, do have great days. Thank you very much for attending the meeting.
Thank you.